Hey guys, I am Marshall Sparkman, former captain in the United States Air Force, and I want to talk to you about debt to income ratio and VA loans. You know what? First of all, if you're talking to a loan officer who tells you your debt to income ratio is too high, or they start saying anything about your debt to income ratio, just hang up the phone because just hang up on them right there. It's over. Because here's why. If you go on the VA guidelines, chapter 4, you can look up the VA loan guidelines for yourself and you search, hit Control F and search. The VA does not mention debt to income ratio. It does not exist in their guidelines. All the VA loan cares about is what's called residual income. What that means is at the end of the month, how much money do you have left over to pay your bills? The VA actually has a chart depending on your family size and depending on the region that you live in on how much money they think is required for you to have left over at the end of the month after paying your bills. It's quite a simple calculation. I get calls from people all the time that say, hey, my lender turned me down because my residual income was too high, and they really don't know what they're doing. Listen, I've got a loan going right now where the debt to income ratio is 67%. A lot of lenders have got overlays on top of the VA guidelines that state most lenders are about 50% maximum debt to income ratio. The VA really doesn't care about your debt to income ratio. All they care about is that you have enough money left over at the end of the month to live life, right? So one of the biggest things on a VA loan is that I have to be putting you in a better financial position. Number one, I have to be putting you in a better position. Number two, I have to make sure that you have the ability to repay that loan. So if you're living check to check and you really don't have any money saved up in the bank and you're currently paying your renting, but you're struggling to get by with your current rental situation, if I'm going and putting you into a house that costs more than your current rent, I'm probably not putting you in a better financial situation now, am I? However, if you're currently paying your rent, you're comfortable, you're making enough money, you're putting money back every month, and life is good, I can help you no matter what your debt to income situation is, as long as you meet the minimum residual income requirements. So your question is, well, how do I know what my residual income is? The reality is you're probably not going to be able to calculate that on your own. You're going to need me to walk through it with you. It's a simple calculation on my end. As soon as you fill out the loan application, we've got AI built in and it's an automated, it gives me the numbers that we need. So if you've been declined by another lender, I want you to listen to me and pay attention. I want you to reach out to me. If you're a veteran and you've been declined because of your debt to income ratio, don't even listen to what they're saying because I've probably got other options or other ways of helping you. And it's not because I'm anything special. It's because I understand VA loans inside and out. And the reality is that most loan officers do not. So that's a reality. If you've got questions about your debt to income ratio, you take all your debts that's going to only on your credit report plus child support. If you've got child support, I'm only looking at what I'm seeing on the credit report. And then I add in a calculation based on the square footage of your house, some other living expense things as determined by the VA. And then I divide that by your income, and that gives us I don't divide it by your income. That's a debt to income ratio. So I take your total expenses from your credit plus some costs that are built in for home ownership, and then it's either subtract it from your income, and you're either over the VA's minimum requirement for residual income in your area and your household size, or you're not. It's a pass or fail. It's black and white. It's very simple. So if you've got any issues with this, or if you've been turned down for a loan because of this, I want you to get on my calendar. I want you to schedule a time to chat with me. It's going to be veteran to veteran, brother to brother, sister to brother, whatever the case may be. And I'm going to help find a way to get you into a house. Now, if you can't do it right now, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to clean up the mess to help you buy a house, because that's why I'm here, guys. I feel like I'm continuing to serve my fellow veterans, although I'm not in uniform. I'm kind of get to wear these, this cool black shirt. So anyways, look forward to talking to you guys. Thanks.